There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes.
Well, howdy, folks. How y'all doing tonight?
Let's try this intro again.
Are you kidding? I just did that.
No, we're good now. That's number 3. We're good. We're rolling.
We're over this now, huh?
It's another Blind Pick Confessions show.
It is.
Where are we at?
Well, it's a little bit different tonight. Kind of, actually, quite a bit different tonight. We're actually at Scarlet Lane and their chili cook-off.
Yeah, this is kind of a perfect place to do something like this, you know?
It really is. It's a really killer idea.
It's a great layout. Yeah.
Well, if you haven't been here, it's a nice big warehouse or kind of, a whole warehouse feel as far as the tap room goes. You're in the brewery, basically. We got chili lined up all around us.
Yeah, that's kind of the one thing that's upsetting me just a little bit. My mic is set up right next to Brendan's chili, so
every time someone opens up that lid.
Do you want to move a little closer to me?
No, I want to move even closer to the chili. That's the bad part.
Well, that's right. All right. Well, don't stab people like that are actually trying to get to the chili just because you want it.
Well, here's the problem. Why couldn't she say hi to me? I said howdy.
I don't know.
Can they not hear me?
You got headphones on. Maybe she thought you were just talking into the microphone.
Hang on, let me try this. Howdy, ma'am. How you? You know what? That's the thing.
That's the headphones.
Yeah, it is the headphones.
You're very unapproachable when you have headphones on.
Apparently. Well, no, I couldn't hear myself when I said that. That was kind of crazy.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
We learned something new
the
about...
The mics pick up so much, apparently.
Yeah, we learned something new about Cowboy.
I just didn't find it out that a girl was ignoring you, so I just said
it's nothing new.
That's a creepy dude. I'm going to run away. Probably a good idea. I did lace that chili with something, though. So you're not going to run far.
Oh, good Lord. What?
It's not the brick to the back of the head trick.
Is it legal in any of our states?
So we're at the chili cook-off, and we brought some chili.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did, didn't you? I believe both you and Cowboy brought chili.
We did. He's went a little traditional in one and spicy in the other.
Yep.
What did you do? What's your chili?
Oh, I did spicy, of course.
Right, and what's in it, man? Are you gonna?
Well,
I just
the
got
beer.
chili.
Again, that's one of the things I don't think we mentioned is one of the things you had to do at the chili cook-off at Scarlet Lane was use one of their beers,
which obviously is appropriate.
Absolutely,
and just makes a lot of sense. It sells more of their product.
And I know you the traditional. You went the Dorian route, correct?
Yeah, I went Dorian. What did you go?
I did. This is odd, and it was kind of perfect for me because their seasonal beer right now is the Katrina, which is kind of like a snickerdoodle with some cinnamon and which is what I put in my chili.
Which is really funny because it's really funny that your chili is in a spicy category because your chili actually has a lot of sweetness to it.
Right. I was like, which way do you go? But there's enough heat to it that if people don't ready for that, if they think it's in the sweet category and they go in for some sweetness. And they're not, if they have a heart condition, they're not getting what they're bargained for. So
it can kill it a little bit.
You better keep that in a spicy category. But no, when I bring it out for a competition or just in general for people to eat, I got to take down that heatness because I like a hot. I like to sweat and cry a little bit and get the nose running.
Yeah, there's times where I have your chili and I may be stuffed up from allergies or whatever that day, and I'm golden after that.
Right. But when I get other people trying it, I take it down a few notches.
You always do make a really good chili, though.
Thank you. Yours was excellent.
Thank you.
Chili. I brought a can of chili.
But they're both delicious. I love Justin Cowboy did that shredded beef, which is a different texture to it, and a lot of people don't do that, and chili was absolutely delicious.
Well, both of them are different. Like, if I'd have had more time, I just, as busy as I've been, unfortunately, with my day job and all that, I'd have had time to actually cook something up. Your guys' chili is actually a wholly different consistency than the stuff I usually, lean towards. Mine's much more of a thick. I mean, you can stand your spoon up in it.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff, and it's always gets better after a few days too of cool and reheat. It's always gets better after that.
After it congeals in the fridge for a day or two. That's about the best time to eat chili.
That's funny though, because that's typically when I'm making it for myself. It's hot and it's thicker.
Yeah,
because I like a lot. But it seems like a lot of people like the juicier chilies. I mean, that's what I've run into. So usually, especially doing it for like this, I'm always make it with a little more juice than I would for myself. And I do too. I like to stand that spoon up.
When I'm at home, it's a completely different chili.
Yeah, it's a thick chili. Yep. I like to put mine, just from living in Hawaii, I like to put mine on top of some rice. Or since I'm allergic to corn, I can't have cornbread anymore.
Right.
But cornbread was always good.
Well, time
but
out,
man,
time
you throw
out.
that on some rice, man, that's good stuff.
Quinoa.
He's like, oh, I lived in Hawaii. No, I was poor, so I made chili last like several more days by adding it over rice.
No, I lived in Hawaii, but okay. That does help too, though. It does make it last a lot longer.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
But a pot of chili that normally lasts a family a couple nights will then last a family like 2 weeks.
Well, you get a lot of them. Like I like to, depending on the consistency of the chili, I like a big dollop of sour cream on it. Sometimes, you know, you mix in a little bit.
Yeah.
If it's, I like that when it's a little more of a juicier chili rather than the thicker stuff. Just, I mean, what did you do? I was used to crumble crackers into it too. Like saltines was a big, crumbling saltines was always big in my family before.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I grew up that way, but then I went away from that. If I do put anything in there, usually I just like that chili. But I will sometimes, especially if it's juicier, use a little corn chip instead of a regular cracker.
Use Fritos. That's
Fritos,
exactly what I grew up on.
Fritos
Fritos.
and a good smoked cheddar sometimes is good.
Yep.
Sprinkle over
Well,
the top.
throw some shredded cheese on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always good. Shredded cheese, maybe some little finely diced white onion.
Oh, you got to have some white
Little
onion.
bit. Just a little bit, though.
Oh, I'll load that sucker
But
up
the only
with
time
white
I like some onions on that is just on my chili and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but just diced up stuff.
onion. Yeah. Okay.
Well, speaking of, I mean, we're at Scarlet Lane, and we mentioned that we had beer in our chili, but we kind of are drinking beer. Let's go around the horn, kind of what we're drinking right now.
Well, I'm going with Katrina since that's what's in my chili. I'm starting with that one.
Good call.
I'm
Well,
sure I'll
yeah.
do the rounds with just about everything they have.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
start with Katrina. Again, it's a seasonal beer, so you always like to get the season when you're there and try them out. To me, I think it's delicious beer. It's got it's a kind of a cool, a weird, it's not overly sweet. They call it snickerdoodle, I believe, Katrina, but it's got enough of the cinnamon to balance it out. It's kind of a cool beer. I like it. Good beer.
Nice.
Well, I'm on the Dorian. The Dorian's still always been kind of my favorite here.
Yeah, I think Dorian's all our favorite. Really.
Yeah, really and truly.
I think that
Dorian's-
goes across from just about everybody. It's
Yeah.
such a great beer.
Yeah, it's a very good stout.
Of course, Jordan loves the Java when it comes out.
The espresso.
Yeah.
They didn't have
love
any of that.
coconut.
I wonder if is that are they? We'll
don't
have to
have
ask them when we get them on. Are they going to have? Are they coming out again with that?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Every year, and we're getting really close to the time.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
yeah,
I just sniffed Pat's beer. I was like, well,
Thank
is
God he
it?
said beer. Thank God he finishes that sentence. 'Cause a
Hi-yo.
lot of times he stops.
Yeah, that'll
I
get
just sniff
spliced.
Patrick. Beer.
Well, tonight I'm starting out with their blueberry ale, which it's really, really good. It's refreshing. It's not the blueberry's not overpowering like a lot of the breweries try to do, where they throw a lot. I mean, it's really backnoted.
Yeah.
I mean, you can barely taste it in there, but it's really clean. You know, it's a refreshing beer, and there's a good chance I'm going to try others tonight, and I'll finish out with a few more of those.
Yep.
Yeah, tap room's nice. They got what 4? They got 5 or something on tap right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
so.
they rotated out a couple as they run out, and they got a couple seasonal ales. I think that was yours that they're rotating on the seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Katrina, the Dorian, and they got big dogs walking around here. Jesus Christ, that is a horse.
Yeah, and
There's what's the big dogs? The big Marmaduke looking.
the Great Dane.
Great Dane, yeah, there you go. There's a Great Dane. There's a German Shepherd over there. If Jordan were here, we could have brought the pig.
We should have brought Hamilton.
I mean, the dogs might have ate the pig, but
There's a good chance I would eat the pig.
Cowboy would have put him in the crock pot. Oh, just one leg at a time.
He won't miss one leg.
You have a 3. Come on, how cool it would be to have a 3-legged pig.
Get him a chuck wagon wheel.
Give him cut off the back legs. We'll get him a wheels.
I mean, he can keep his legs. I'm going to be honest. I just want that
you don't
pork
want
butt.
you don't want them ham hocks and the pig feet, pickled pig's feet.
Cowboy's an
No, I
ass
want
man.
that. Yeah, I want that pork butt.
Well, yeah, we are a couple pigs short on this one. It's just me and Brendan and Cowboy on this one, but we'll try to hold the fort down.
We'll do it.
We should be having someone from the Scarlet Lane team on.
Yeah,
here
of
soon.
course. That's one of the cool things, as well here is it's a female-owned, and I believe the head brewer is a female as well.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
So that's very cool and unique to the business.
I think
of course, you're seeing a lot more
owner
of
and
that
operator.
lately. Yes, very cool.
I have to say, I did not realize this place was that close.
You know what? The first time I was here, I myself as well, I thought it was a lot further for some reason. I guess when you hear Pendleton and McCord. You start thinking, oh, that's a drive.
Well, I'm
But
still learning and remembering, but for some reason I just thought, okay, it had to be far away because we haven't actually been here yet.
But Cowboy loves it because usually Cowboys is coming up to our territory to Fishers to go to Eilise Ale House.
I'm like, why can't we all meet here? This is nice in between.
Well, maybe Scarlet will start inviting us down more often, and
hopefully
you can start walking.
Please. I mean, seriously, this is
stumbling home.
This is like 11 minutes compared to my normal 34.
Yeah.
So that's 4 hours walking for you?
I have no idea. I really don't know. I've never walked anywhere a day in my life.
Except
if any one of you have seen.
From the bar to the table.
No, I don't even do that.
He tries to get someone else to go get his beer for him.
I'm really trying to get a hover round.
You're a rascal. We're going to get to... All right, we need a sponsor for Cowboys Rascal.
Hey, wait a minute. Doesn't Bottoms Up have that kegerator that's built into a cooler that is motorized?
They do. There you go.
Well, I think we figured it out.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, if I got a kegerator between my legs...
You'll still get a DUI on that.
I'm really probably not going to go anywhere, to be honest with you. I'm just going to sit there.
I think you can still get a DUI on a motorized cooler.
You can move in that. Yep.
Sure do.
Man, they got a lot of chili. Well, the chili's rolling. I think it might be time to sample a little bit.
Yeah.
And head out and got to find a spoon.
Yes.
Nobody's coming over to ours, though. I'm not sure because we're on the other side.
Yeah, I don't think they know it's part of it, which is,
which is a little worrisome.
Well, I'll start
we
yelling.
Might not win.
I'll start yelling chili over here.
There you go. Because that's not creepy because you already creeped the one girl out.
No, we didn't because she didn't even hear me. She didn't even acknowledge it or hear me at all.
Or she was being very nice and just
not acknowledging you.
Wow, everybody's drunk already.
That guy almost bit it.
All right, I think it's time to try to get...
I need chili.
I need chili and beer.
I need chili, beer, and almost time for get some guests on.
Yes.
All right.
This is Stephen Hackney with the Smormobile, talking to you live with the Blind Pig Confessions.
Hey, I don't know if our listeners out there know or not, but there's an exclusive club for Blind Pig Confession listeners. Anybody heard of the Pig Pen?
I have.
Actually, I think we have a couple members here right now
We
listening
do.
to the shows.
We do.
Hey, I'm Roberto.
That's staying in.
Well, if you ever want to
when we build that wall.
Now, if you want to become a member of the Pig Pen, you just got to inquire at one of the shows of how to become a member. It's a great club.
Hey, there's plenty of great perks with being in the Pig Pen, right, Clark?
Get a lot of free beer that you have to pay for all the time.
Yeah, hey, there's that. I mean, and plus, too, we let you come over and brew with us and clean stuff, and yeah, it's a good time, right?
Of course it is.
Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this exclusive club?
Exactly.
Did you say being part of the pen comes with a great purse?
And we're out.
That was perfect.
What's the best way to make it through a long work week? Take a midweek break and join the fun every Wednesday night at Eilise Ale House in Fishers for Nico's Open Stage. Want to share your talent in front of a live audience? Whether it's breaking in some new material or jamming out to some favorites, Nico's Open Stage is the place to go for it. There's never a cover charge, and walk-ins are always welcome. Each week brings a featured artist and drink specials from Jack Daniels. Check out Nico's Open Stage on Facebook for more details. And come join the fun every Wednesday night at Eilise Ale House, home of the boys of Blind Pig Confessions.
And we are back at Scarlet Lane for the Bicentennial Chili Kickoff.
I need more chili. I'm hungry.
You need more beer.
Need more beer.
Yeah.
I did not get a chance to fill up my beer. I'm running a little thin there.
Yeah, I was actually just going to down this and get more, but that's all right.
We got
Now you guys
we
are
got
stuck
work to
with
do.
me.
No, we're not stuck.
No, I
Not
wouldn't
stuck
say
at all.
that, no. Well, actually, we've got a voice. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Eilise Lane, head brewer at Scarlet Lane Brewing.
Well, that's a good introduction.
Head brewer and owner,
yeah.
correct? Yes.
Yeah, owner too.
Yes.
I do a little of that.
Little. This is a fantastic place. This is more importantly, it's 11 minutes down the road from me, so it's really close.
One eye driving.
He's quiet. Yeah,
11 minutes still a
Walking.
little further away than me driving.
it's close enough for his wife to come pick him up and not get mad.
This is very true. This is very true.
We have a regular that follows the train tracks home.
Really?
Like
This
he'll
is well, hey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's good to do when you're drunk because I'm not sure how often the train comes by.
Pretty often.
But it still gives you a
It
good,
does, yeah.
still gives you a good path to follow that you're gonna at least trip over.
Yeah.
Oh, there I am.
So why don't you tell us about how you came up with this? I mean, this is a fantastic little event so far.
So, as everybody knows, we're having a big anniversary in Indiana right now.
Yeah.
So we're having that Bicentennial, and today in McCordsville, the torch was handed off.
Oh.
And so we wanted to do something with McCordsville that was going to be fun, encompass a lot of people,
Sure.
and a lot of, fun. So we have 25 different people that brought in different chilies.
Yes.
We got sweet, we have spicy, we have chicken, we have everything except for vegetarian. So sorry, no vegetarian chilies.
Was there? I would think that somebody would, or just that category for it, or
There was a category for it. However, we didn't receive an entry until Monday, and our spots were already filled. So we had to say no to the vegetarian one.
Which is kind of funny because you would have won if you would have answered earlier.
Right?
So we have some carnivores at this event.
We have a lot of carnivores at this
You know
event.
what? No, vegetarian chili is that's just wrong.
It is.
No, I have made vegetarian chili, and I think it's delicious.
No.
If you make it right.
I agree.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
I'm
put a lot of
against.
And I put it over some quinoa. Oh, yeah. No,
I'm against some of these things that try to be vegetarian. It's just not right. I mean,
Quinoa?
honestly, if
I had quinoa for dinner last night.
hey, I'm okay with quinoa. I actually like to put my chili over some quinoa if I don't have some rice.
Yeah.
Quinoa, it's really good.
I enjoy it with
It's got a
fish and
good
chili.
texture and all that. Yeah, it's very good. I have no problem with some of it. I just have problems with some of the vegetarian stuff because
Like the vegetables? That's the part that gets me.
no, it's that they're always trying to make vegetarian things out of things that are traditionally like meat products. I love laughing at the ones who, okay, here's my vegetarian
Veggie burger.
veggie burgers or my veggie hot dogs or my veggie bacon. And I'm like, okay, if your food really tasted that good, you wouldn't need to do everything you're trying to make it taste like my food.
Again, there's some
Sorry,
black beans.
I went off on
a
a rant there for a minute.
That's
I
all
apologize.
right. That's all right.
You really did, yeah.
But no, they do. They would have won. You're right. The single contestant in the
Absolutely.
vegetarian category.
Yeah.
So-
I would have had it. I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm okay with eating vegetarian on, a few days a week. Doesn't bother me.
I've had
Especially when there's a slab of meat right beside the vegetarian.
Well, yes, of course.
Wash it down with some bacon.
Yeah, I'm fine eating vegetarian. Like that baked potato right next to my steak. Yeah. I'm eating that too.
I eat my vegetables usually just with some meat.
So now, did you enter a chili tonight?
I did not. We didn't think it would be fair
Yeah,
to
that's
have
a little,
Scarlet Lane chili in the
How
mix.
would it not? I mean, you would
You
still
know.
come in at
Conflict
least
of
second.
interest.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little conflict of interest
Yeah.
there. I mean, come on.
Although I will say I make an unconventional chili at home that is a big hit. It is apple chicken chili.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And my husband gets
like a white chili?
wild. Yeah,
Like
it's a
a
white chili.
Okay, with the white beans. And,
Yep. Yep.
That was actually a question I asked them when they were making their chili, because depending on where you're from, and I think it's Texas versus, or some of the things like that, chili, is it supposed to have beans in it or not?
Right.
Or
And-
like Coney Island salt, because
Right.
my dad makes some with no chili, no beans at all.
It's territorial.
And it's really good, but it's almost more like a Coney Island kind of
Right.
chili for your dog.
And then you have that macaroni situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, should it be on some other starch or not? I mean,
Right.
it gets serious.
Oh, yeah, they do.
It's like pizza. I mean,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
and then people are territorial, and they say it can only be one way, and some people like the traditional. But
I want everything.
yeah,
I want
Yeah.
it all. Give me pasta, give me rice, give me quinoa, give me a
Yep.
little sour creams.
So you got the
Cheese.
sour cream thing. Cheese, some onions on
Oh,
top.
yes, I want
a little bit of pepper juice.
I want all of it. I love it.
it's in Steak and Shake. You don't put the weird pepper juice on it
I do. What?
that people just randomly take shots of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was
do.
high school.
Who didn't?
Steak and Shake chili is still my dad's favorite chili.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah. Well, now they live in Texas, and there's no Steak and Shake where he's at, so he craves Steak and Shake now.
Yep.
Of course.
It's like
'cause he can't
moving
get it.
anywhere outside of Indiana, and like I didn't
Florida
really,
did have it.
I didn't really care for White Castle, but
Oh, yeah.
God, I miss it.
Oh, yeah.
No, when I lived out in Oregon, I craved Steak and Shake so hard you wouldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah?
we'd come back and it'd be the first thing off the plane. We'd, like,
Oh, yeah.
get some Steak and Shake. It was serious. But in Oregon, again, we're pretty vegetarian out there.
that's true. Yeah.
There is that.
Definitely.
So tell us a little bit about Scarlet Lane.
So Scarlet Lane is actually the name of one of my dogs. She was a sweet, tenacious wild girl. And so when we decided to start a brewery, we wanted to do something that was just kind of ballsy, a little different, and just, hard like she was.
Of course.
And she lived her life hard and fast. So she is on every single label, every single bottle. She's everywhere, and you'll actually notice around our brewery that we have skeleton dogs everywhere.
I just thought it was Halloween. Is that just always or a Halloween thing?
Yeah, pretty much always.
Okay.
Yeah, we embrace the macabre here.
Jordan
party
would like
foul.
it.
Party
Did somebody
foul.
drop chili or drop beer?
Oh,
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a wild combination of things going
Somebody's
on.
beer exploded.
Sad day.
Oh,
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
but we started Scarlet Lane about 2.5 years ago now. We have been making beers that we feel like we want to drink.
Yeah.
And we hope everybody wants to drink them with us. And so we have a little bit of a Northwest flair with some Indiana home base.
Nice.
And we're all from Indiana originally. I went out to Oregon, lived there, learned how to brew out there, and then went to school out in Vermont for fermentation sciences and decided to bring back to our home base what we've learned from the West Coast and the East Coast. Mix those up.
It's a good
Make some
place to
beer.
learn how to brew out in Oregon.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It was
Now,
really
did you move out there
nice.
specifically to learn how to brew, or what happened?
So I had a very corporate job
Yeah.
that allowed me to move anywhere in the country. And
Nice.
yeah.
Use that to your advantage. I like your
So,
style.
Moved out there and started drinking a lot of really good beer. And I started home brewing.
Nice.
After an introduction to a really good stout out in Bend, Oregon, I fell in love and I asked if I could speak with the brewer. And they said, she's not here. And all of a sudden I was like, click, she's not here. So I wouldn't shut the fuck up. Oh, sorry, wait, is this explicit?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're golden.
So
This is your fucking show.
yeah. So my husband went and bought me my first home brew kit.
Nice.
And
Good husband.
He brewed with me once and said never again.
Oh.
Especially when you
hated
get
it.
that whole bottling stage.
Yeah, he hated it. And I kept doing it and kept buying more and more stuff. I filled up my garage. My kitchen had stainless steel conicals in it. I mean, it was over the top. So he finally was like, how about you stop being corporate and do something with this, or
Yeah.
otherwise stop buying all of
Stuff.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't have been complaining too much. He was being able to drink beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, we were living in Oregon, so you can barter with beer out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were getting plenty of other things for
Yeah.
our beer,
Yeah.
too. We were
Perfect.
fine. So I went back to school for fermentation sciences.
I didn't know there's a fermentation sciences degree.
There are. There are.
How could you not even think that was a possible thing?
I didn't know there's a. No, are you a fermentation engineer?
I'm a janitor.
No.
I mean, let's be honest. That is my job. But yeah, and then I started brewing out at a couple different breweries in Oregon, and we decided to bring
Which
our home base
breweries?
here.
Which breweries in Oregon?
Fort George Brewery up in Astoria,
Okay.
and then I was lucky enough to have friends at Ninkasi Brewing in
Okay.
Eugene and be able to shadow with them.
Kind of doing your internship and your
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to do apprenticeships
Yep.
and internships.
Which is the way it should be in a lot of cases.
work
It's
for
great
free.
if you can do
Anything
that.
else?
Well, yeah. It's a great way to do it and really get that kind of. It's because we were talking like kind of that union, that journeyman, and
Right.
going through the whole kind of like a union shop,
Yeah.
even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing your apprenticeship and moving on up and getting that training.
So is your
That's
husband
awesome.
from Indiana as well?
He is from Indiana as well. He is from up in Lebanon, and I'm from nowhere, Indiana,
Yeah.
like out west. It doesn't exist. I mean, we don't have stoplights or anything like that.
Nice.
So.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
was it in Oregon? Is that your first introduction to craft beer as well? Were you drinking it before you went out there, or is that just where you really fell in love with it out there?
I think it's where I really fell in love with
Yeah.
it. I was drinking some craft beer out there before then, but I'm not going to lie. When I was pre-21 and, 21, I went to school at Butler. I went out and Land Sharks had, dollar beers that were supposed to be Killian's, but I just don't think that's what it was.
No.
It was whatever they could find the cheapest of.
Yeah. I did that for a while, and then I started finding better ways to drink.
Yeah.
So, you'd pick up some delirium, or you'd pick up something interesting that you'd find at cons, and that's my real introduction. And then I had a love affair out in Oregon. And
what was that beer that hit you? What was that stout?
We do talk about that the AHA beers.
So it was a stout that had cherries in it, and
what woman doesn't love a chocolate-covered cherry?
Well, there was something just very romantic about the moment that I was drinking it. And the pub that I was in, I was at Bin Brewing Company. And I find out years later that the brewer, She's Not Here, was Tanya Cornett. She's actually from Indiana, used to brew at Oak and Barrel.
Oh, wow.
And she's now at Bin Brewing Company. And she is one of the highest meddling brewers out there. She makes these phenomenal beers. Very embarrassing story. The first time I met her was on a boat in Oregon, and I proceeded to cry.
Okay. No, I kind of get that.
It's meeting your hero. It's meeting, it's like meeting Superman. It's meeting the president.
Right.
It is meeting everyone that you ever wanted to meet. And she really changed my life. I went from a briefcase to, a brew house.
I actually stood in Bob Seger's driveway and I cried.
Yeah, he did. We were up on one of our.
So I get that.
Our last trip to our northern Michigan trip, which we got another one, eventually coming up here.
A couple weeks.
Yeah. We drove him around. I'm pretty sure we just told him
it doesn't matter.
Because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was wasted.
He was weeping
we
like
were
a
at
child.
his summer home. I'll guarantee you.
I could be standing in Brennan's parents' driveway at that time. I was so drunk it didn't matter.
Pretty much. That's what I was saying.
Where are you guys going to Michigan?
We're going to the island. Mackinac Island.
Back to the
it's
island.
beautiful.
It's awesome. I'm from up there. So
You are.
And so we've been up there a few times now, and they loved us to come back for the big Halloween bash got going on the island on the 22nd. So we're going to Goodfellas and doing it up right.
That's very
hopefully.
cool. That is a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Really?
We went up there quite a bit.
Yeah, I loved it up there.
That was my first time up that far north into Michigan.
And it's funny too when you're like you have to be. The island is made for
Tourists.
Yes.
Well, tourists, but smaller children, 8 and 9, because it's fun. They see the horses, and there's no vehicles. It's cool.
You can poop
but
all
then
over the
teenagers,
road.
it's a boring place for
Oh,
teenagers.
God, yes.
But once you turn 21, then it's a great place again because there's so much more to do.
It's a little expensive on the drinks, though. They're tourists. They are tourist pricey drinks a little
yeah.
bit, but it's the island. What are you gonna do?
It's so
But
pretty,
it's fun.
though.
It is.
It's
very
awesome.
pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, next time maybe we'll see Brendan we'll get Brendan and Cowboy on a bicycle driving around.
A little tandem, yeah.
Put you on one of the horses.
I'm down with that.
Maybe a unicycle could
I
be
was
fun.
I was confused by the whole thing because
I rode a unicycle when I was a kid. I had
Really?
one.
Did
yes,
you really?
Yes,
That's
I did.
awesome.
Yeah,
with or without the seat.
with the seat. No, at night. Let's
Here's the
go
thing.
down.
I'm not coordinated enough to ride a unicycle, and I'll be drunk way too much. Riding a unicycle.
We got a little
That's when we're gonna get you to get on there.
little train back noise there.
Yeah, Scarlet Lane always has that little bit of a train in the background.
Yeah, I know that train.
Yep.
Now, did you plan when you started brewing and you started saying your husband said, "Screw this,
Yeah.
get out of that corporate business"? Did you start saying then right there, "Let's take this back to Indiana," or did that happen afterwards? How did that all come about?
It was pretty fast that we decided to come back to Indiana. We knew that something special was going on. Indiana was going through a rebirth.
Right.
And we wanted to be part of that. So we wanted to come back here and make sure that we could, put our voice in there in that rebirth and be part of something really special. So we decided Scarlet Lane was going to come back to Indiana. We didn't know where, though.
Right.
And we were going to be in one location that fell through. And we were driving around aimlessly trying to find a home. And we stumbled upon McCordsville on this building, and it has been perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the trench drains, it has the drainage, it has, and it's
You got
been
storage. You got extra. Is that building part over yours too, or just?
not yet, but
Not yet?
I was gonna say that antique store's up.
Yeah, but it's also fun to build a community.
Yeah.
McCordsville has always been kind of a bedroom community where people come, they live here, but then they go out somewhere else. And so now we're bringing a little bit of a place where you can come and have a social life and bring your dogs in and just hang out and enjoy yourself. And that's definitely something that was very important for us, was creating a community feeling. And so starting this town off with a little bit of a brewery feel is a good feeling.
Awesome.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else around here quite like this.
No, next closest brewery is Triton. And we spend a lot of time with Triton.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Triton and almost close, Bigwood. Or,
Wooden Bear.
Wooden Bear, there it is.
Yep. Wooden Bear is over in Greenfield.
Yep.
It's actually a little bit further away than Triton.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. I drive here from Broad Ripple
Yeah?
every single day. So
Nice.
I can tell you.
Are you looking at you have the tap room in here? Are you guys looking at another spot or for an actual venue for food, with food or anything like that right now?
No.
Just keeping it the way it is?
Yeah, honestly, the tap room wasn't even planned.
Really?
Yeah. It's probably being naive, but coming from Oregon, growler fills weren't a really big thing.
Right.
You did carry out package, and then production breweries lived on their own. And so the plan was to come back and be a production brewery.
Okay.
But people kept coming in and asking us for growlers while we were brewing, and we were like, no, we don't do those. So
it's become a big thing. I mean, even I lived in Arizona for 13 years, and I go back now, and they have growler fill stations at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Well, now you can go to Fred Meyer out in Oregon. You can get a growler fill and a beer while you're shopping for your groceries.
Yeah.
Which is
beautiful.
kind of fantastic. I wish we would do that here.
Right?
Make shopping less painful.
Now, didn't they talk about this at...
They did.
I know I've read about it, but I know
what?
I know it'd be hard. I mean, look how long it's taken to get rid of these.
Indiana's coming around
but
slowly
they
but
are
surely.
because of the craft breweries. We are.
Well, yeah,
starting
they
to,
have to. It's an industry now. They got to listen and pay attention. That's why now you guys can sell on Sunday,
Sundays.
right?
Yeah.
And distilleries can do that on Sunday as well, but only from your
the
tap
location,
room.
yes. Yeah, and so, I mean...
But I'm absolutely happy about that.
Yes,
That's
I am
more
too.
money in Indiana's pocket.
Absolutely.
So I'm absolutely ecstatic
It's
about
just
that.
horrifically slow and behind the times.
It is a little slow, but we keep pushing.
Yeah.
And, I think the consumers are the ones that are actually pushing. It's not the businesses. The consumers are the ones that want that change.
Yeah.
And the consumers are the ones that changed us from not having a growler to having a growler house. And now we have a tap room.
Demand.
And now we have a tap room where food is delivered from all the local businesses.
Oh, nice.
So instead of us making food, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with food, we get all of those local businesses to come in and bring pizza in or burgers or fries or whatever.
Awesome.
And so we work with those local businesses
As it
and
should
want them to do well.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
and I think the consumers drive all of it.
Of course. You got, the demand has to be there for it.
Yeah.
But then there's enough demand here for all the breweries to make an influence now on, on the laws and some of the archaic.
Well, and I love this kind of movement that Indiana is going through quite a bit right now, and I think the brewers brought it on quite a bit.
Absolutely,
This whole local movement.
Yes.
And I don't know how else to say artisan, craft, whatever. It's a local movement. It really is.
It is.
And I mean, it's craft beer. It's local pizza. I mean, it's everything. And I think Indiana is doing a great thing right now. And I mean,
it's
got to thank you guys for it a little bit,
It's exciting to watch and to be part of. It's exciting to work with other people that are moving in the same direction that you are. And we love to work with partners that are outside. We have a beer on tap right now that's a blueberry beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
he has that.
It was very good.
He had that.
So something that we pride ourselves on is we use all natural products. We don't use anything that's fake, sugary, extra anything in it.
Right.
Nice.
So those blueberries came from McClure's Orchard, who also makes ciders, and they make some really good products.
Yeah.
So what they did is they processed and got some of the blueberry out of those blueberries to make one of their products. We took them and then we used those blueberries in our product.
Okay.
So we were able to use those blueberries twice
That's great. Yeah.
in order to make 2 different alcoholic beverages. And it's fun to work with people in that way where you can be creative and do a whole round circle.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
we always try to do something fun, with other people.
Now, how are you coming up with your inspirations to keep building new beers? Is that just by going out to all the breweries? Is it through food? I mean, where do you come up with your inspirations?
My inspirations, interestingly, come from books usually.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot. I'm a huge nerd. And so I'll read about characters, historical, literary figures usually, or historical characters. And I want to encompass who they were in a beer. And so we start talking about it. We recently did a collaboration with Horror Hound, which is a big...
Very upset I had to miss it. Very upset.
It was kind of awesome. But they said, can you do something that encompasses the entire horror genre? And I'm like, nah, that's huge. So I came up with 21 different ideas and sent them 21 ideas, and they were like, ugh.
Yeah.
You pick. Yeah. And that's basically what it came down to. But what I did in that situation, I said, what do horror fans want? Being one, so I used beets to make it red, and then also add a little sugar to it, and then I used some cherries to sweeten it out, and then I used some hops that are going to be a little bit violent with them to mix in there.
Gotcha.
And so I made this really crazy beer based on just an idea of who a character would be. And that's usually what I do. I sit down and I think about someone or, a moment, and that's how a beer comes about.
That's awesome.
It's weird.
No, it's really neat.
Not at all.
I've never heard another brewer say that.
No.
So
I believe you.
No, and you see a lot of them come up with names of their beer through books or
something,
music,
but
not
I
actually
try to think of like a genre and
not
beer
for
or
the
something.
beer itself, which is really cool.
Nice.
Well, guys, I think we need to break, and
we're going to break because I'm in need of beer and chili. We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, very much so.
Come back, and I think us being with our headphones on is scaring everybody away, or our chili just smells really bad.
One of the two.
Or something. Because they do seem scared to come over here. I've had like 3 people, but all of them seem scared to come over.
Now, how is the voting going on this? Before we take a break?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's going to get a ticket, and they're going to come together for a People's Choice Award. Okay. And then we also have judges that are going around that are experienced chili eaters.
Gotcha.
And they're going to determine who wins out of the categories that we have going tonight.
Cowboy's an experienced
So
chili
the people
eater.
the people with the clipboard are the
experienced chili. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Those would be them.
Good spot, Cowboy.
I knew my intelligence would come in handy one day.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break.
Let's refuel.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much for coming on, and thanks for having us here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming out.
Oh, you bet.
This is Mel from Eilise Alehouse. Come check out the Blind Pig Confessions every Tuesday night. You mention the show to your bartender or server anytime on Tuesday and get our Big Daddy's pulled pork sandwich and the Beer Brewery Beer of the Week for $10.
I'm Busey.
This is Chili from Dos Ringos. You're listening to Blind Pig Confession.
Woo!
Dude, I seen it. I actually know the designer a little bit. Know him through a friend. And
Great Vanguard up in Fishers.
And we're back. We're just going to roll straight into this one.
So we're back. Cowboy's admiring menswear.
He is.
It's all right. It's all right.
Which is better because he's usually
I
admiring
appreciate
men's.
it. It wasn't anything in a creepy way. Yeah. It was okay.
Here's the thing. It is essentially Patriot suck shirt. So.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's why
I'm
I
all
was
for
okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it wasn't like he.
I'm not usually into that.
No.
But I've
You're
seen
not?
it, and I guess I am now. I didn't think I'd stoop like that, but apparently I am. You were a cooker here at the Chili Cookoff here at Scarlet Lane. What brought you here? How did you find out about this?
Well, so I found out about this. I'm right around the corner. We've been supporting Scarlet Lane ever since they came into McCordsville.
Awesome.
Small brewery. We love them. Great product.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people should look into this. If you're not looking into it, you're missing an opportunity to look at Scarlet Lane with a great beer, great background.
What are you drinking right now?
Katrina.
Nice.
Great beer. Local Scarlet Lane doing great things for the community, and I'm here just to support them.
Yeah, so
really great cause.
You came in and made a second place chili. That was a good thing for you to do.
Well, thinking my chili's out. And I'm looking at your chili.
We're in the back 40.
We're in the back. Nobody seems
I'm
to
out.
notice we
I'm
have
out.
actual chili. Yeah, we have chili over here too, guys.
We're in Scooby-Doo Blue.
He's gonna steal our chili.
You're at Kings Island?
Yeah. I'm glad you got the reference.
I got it.
He's gonna steal our bowl of chili and just stick it over on the table where he's at.
Well, why wouldn't I?
It's just more votes for him.
That's true. There you go.
That's fantastic.
So what did you make? What category did you enter?
I was in the spicy category. So tri-tip with a little bit of hamburger and ghost pepper.
Oh, I missed that one apparently.
No, it was delicious.
Oh, it's already out. It's already out.
I think I had one of the last scoops.
had
I
it.
know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So great chili. Not only mine, but great chili all around.
Everybody's had a lot of good
And it's
stuff, a lot of good
amazing
stuff
how
around
many
here.
chilies you can get within 100 people.
Yeah.
Isn't it
that
funny?
crazy?
25 chilies and 25
Completely different.
chilies.
Totally different recipes.
Completely
How
different.
did,
taste.
how's that even happen?
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea. Which is awesome. Great event.
It's
I
been
would love to see a lot more McCordsville people come here.
It's been pretty busy though. I mean,
and they're young.
We had a pretty good thing, and they're young. Yeah,
It's going
a
to keep
new brewery.
growing. They're getting more of a growing personality, and I
Yeah.
mean, it's unique, and it's a great place, and they're making great beers, so
I
it's going to
agree.
keep getting bigger.
I mean, we
I
got
agree.
Fisher's people here. We got
Yeah.
New Pal people here. We're coming in.
Yeah,
I agree.
Noblesville people.
But as
there.
a McCordsville resident, I want to see all of McCordsville.
True.
Whatever. Can't you just share your
He's
beer?
got a Fisher
No.
Sucks T-shirt on in the car.
It's underneath the Patriot Sucks shirt. Fisher Sucks is tattooed on him.
It's more New Pal sucks.
Oh, and you were giving me shit about being from Noblesville.
I was. I thought I was doing a solid there. I was like, wow,
No, it's all you, baby.
whatever. I don't know.
So did you do, what was your inspiration for the chili? Did you do it for the beer? Is that your own style of chili? And how did you come up with that one? Or?
Well, the chili has been an old family recipe from my grandma for about 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we use beef broth and chicken broth. And
Yeah.
instead of the chicken broth, we put in the Dorian beer,
Yeah.
which
A
was
little different, yeah.
the vanilla chocolate beer.
Stout, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we put in instead of that. And then also adding that to the chili, I soaked the meat in the beer for a whole night.
Right.
So
Perfect.
it was just a little spin upon what my grandma's made
Right.
for forever.
That's how you do it.
So
And you
still
told
wish-
Grandma that, hey, look, I had to change your recipe. It's better, actually.
Better with beer.
grandma would
It's
not
always
be
better
happy.
with beer.
You put beer in my chili?
You did what? What? What are you doing?
I'm still bummed now,
Grandma
man.
would not be
I
happy.
wish I'd had time because I was going to try that one recipe I was talking about, like a
The
bacon-
Hormel chili?
No, well, yeah, that was the I did. I brought a
Hormel's
can.
great.
But I was going to try. I'm working on a bacon beefalo chili, a little bacon, a little beef, and then some bison in it, a little buffalo meat. I think it'll be really good, but I'll have to do the competition next year.
Well, we could just make chili and eat it.
Oh, that may
That
happen.
works too.
You know?
I like that.
I mean, we did
Sunday
that last weekend.
football,
Sunday
yeah.
football chili.
There you go.
Why aren't we doing that?
I don't know.
The Colts
We
don't
did,
play
we did
until
that.
8:30.
Yeah, I mean, I think
yeah.
we set up a little screen
Chili
in
be
here.
ready
Yeah,
by
what
then.
the
Let's
hell,
do that.
man? Come on.
We'll get him a screen out here.
I mean,
we
you
can get a projector.
can't tell me about chili without making it.
Right?
That's
Like, I
true,
need to-
yeah. Yeah, now I got.
If you're going to tell me about it, I got to taste it.
well, I'm sorry.
Are you an all year chili guy, or you what's
I am.
what's that?
I'm all
chili?
year.
I
I'm
am
all
too.
in.
People go, oh, it's too hot.
And-
no, it's not.
And I'm
too
the
hot
same
for
thing with
chili.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Like ice cream, if
yeah.
it's 30 below, I want ice cream. It's like
That's
I
where-
don't give a shit.
That's when my wife
Sorry.
wants it the most.
Oh, no, you can-
Oh, no.
I don't give a shit if it's 30 below. I want ice cream.
It could be 98 degrees, and my wife's like, whatever, ice cream. But the second it gets below zero, she's like, I could really go for ice cream. I'm not fucking going out there.
I tend to eat more ice cream in the winter than
Yeah.
summer.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen an ice cream man in 20 years until I moved back here.
Yeah.
I mean, because I lived in Florida before, and that's old people where I was living, and ice cream man don't go around there because
They get that brain freeze and
well, the octogenarians aren't running out to the thing with their walkers. I need a blow pop.
They make it to the door. And
Yeah, and then Arizona before that for 13 years, and there's no ice cream men driving around
So-
Arizona. It costs too much to
Yeah,
run the
just
air
say-
conditioner
yeah,
and
there you
everything. To keep
Why the
it
hell
cold.
did you come back to Indiana?
chili.
These guys.
I know. I still don't understand.
That's where I'm
either.
from. I'm home. I was out roaming around and doing stuff for about 20 years. So
That's awesome.
Just came back home. All friends and family
Cheers.
are all here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Social.
Glad to meet you, man.
No
Thanks
doubt.
for
Glad
coming
to
on.
meet you guys.
Thanks, guys.
It's awesome.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Appreciate it.
Glad to have you on.
This is Jerry with Beer Brewery. You're listening to that great show, The Blind Pig Confessions.
We are back at the Scarlet Lane Brewing Bicentennial Chili Cookoff.
That's easy for you to say.
What did you just say? How many beers have you had, Pat?
2.5.
Wow.
The Bicentennial Chili
Chili Cook-Off.
Yes, there we go. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's just fun to do to you.
It is, I know. It happens.
So,
What you got there?
Ovaltine. Shit.
Stop it.
Wash your mouth out.
So the inside jokes
we're back.
keep flying.
So, yeah, this has been an incredible event. Someone mentioned not having many people here, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
yeah. It's been rotating packed, too.
Well, he said not enough. He'd like to see more.
Yeah,
which
you
this place is huge.
Well, but what I think he was getting at is they want to see more McCordsville.
What did you say? How many beers have you had?
McCordsville people here. It even says it on my damn glass. How did I mess that up?
I will say
No,
it's
it's
nice,
true.
though. Even out front, I mean, well, it kills my sinuses a bit. They got a fire pit out front. They're animal friendly. I think the owner said, if you got 2 legs and you're over 21 or you got 4 legs, we're friendly.
Come on in, yeah.
It's not child-friendly kind of, location, but it is a tap room. A lot of tap rooms aren't.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is an eclectic mix of everybody here from around. There's 20-somethings, 30-somethings. There's 40s and 50-somethings. We're hopping back. There's a little bit of editing. We had to hold off because they announced the winners.
We did. And some very damn good chili out there.
Very damn good chili. One guy won twice.
Yeah.
Well, you got the overall.
That's expected. I mean, he won the spiciest and the
overall.
All right, the best spicy and the overall.
Yeah.
You're expected to, if you win one category, to probably win the overall.
You should. Yeah.
The overall or the people's
and
choice
that's
one. Yeah.
And that makes sense.
But sometimes it's about the palate. I mean, you get the judges have certain palates, but then the people's choice can be wholly different.
I mean, I just think their palate was wrong.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, ours did not win.
Well, I think 2 of the 8 judges even came over here.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were tucked away a little bit, but that's okay. We're still
realized
having
we
a
were
great
actually
time.
in the competition.
All that really matters is we had fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wondering
Says the losing team.
No, I'm just teasing. I mean, it's been great. Everybody's been great. Scarlet Lane's been great to us.
Amazing. And they want us. They invited us to come in and do brew some beer with them.
They
so
did.
Which, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
I think this has to happen.
Absolutely.
How's this not going to happen?
gotta
I
get
think
our
we start
recipe
next
down.
week.
Yep, we got to pick the recipe we want to use.
Yeah.
And come here and use their big boy toys over here. Or in this case, big girl toys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, very true.
Yeah, she came in and said, off air, said, let's do this, guys. Let's make some blind pig beer.
And I think
Scarlet
this just
Lane
makes
beer,
sense,
so.
yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Well, yeah.
We love them here. They've showed us nothing but great hospitality. Had a fantastic time with the next top model.
That's what I was going to say. You guys worked with them before, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we felt so bad because, it was next top model, and you couldn't get people on as they came. We were out, and just had to get them on as they flowed through. I felt so bad because every time she came in, we had somebody else on.
Well, we've done that
so
at some
she
of
came
our
in right
others.
at the end. It was awful.
Which was even funnier.
But
because when she did come in to just stand and wait, it was when Hinchcliffe was on and those 2 girls.
But no, she had a lot of patience, and she invited us back, and we love being here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real nice. I mean, we have that a lot of times, though, especially the festival ones, trying to get people on and get it organized.
It's hard at the festival. They're busy, and you're trying to. It's hard to schedule time to get off your station and get over and jump on a show. But but it always works out well, and then it's fun to edit.
I like what they're doing. I mean, this place is going to be great for Halloween. October's got to be their month. She says they're all about the macabre kind of stuff. There's always,
which is funny because it's not just for Halloween around here.
I know that's
this is every day.
I thought that this stuff was hanging because it's October now. Apparently, this stuff is hanging kind of all the time.
we talked a little bit about our buddies Haynes Whitmore and Eddie Renner, and they're making the movie Crepitus with the great Bill Moseley, and we may be planning some other things here in the future with Scarlet Lane and Crepitus.
So. I think this has to happen.
It'll be a good pairing.
I don't know if you guys realize how brilliant this was, but the bathroom, it's like what, a half country mile from the tap?
Yeah. I haven't been there.
It's awesome. You get back there, it's like, holy shit, that's a long way away. But when you get back, you're dying for another beer because you just walked a half a mile. To
It's
go
a
to the
really
restroom.
solid idea.
It's brilliant.
Nice.
And I think what they need to do is put beer stations in between here and there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, what else is weird is I was in the middle. As you say, you go. It's in another. Like, you go through. It's a huge old warehouse, and so to get to the restroom, you go through the door, and then there's a wide open area to all the way to the back to the restroom.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So if you get caught in the middle when someone else is passing you, it's kind of awkward.
It's an awkward silence. It's kind of awkward.
You're like,
See, I disagree.
So I just came out of the bathroom, so I say,
Hey, how you
See, I
doing?
disagree. I make it very unawkward.
Oh no, I'm
I
sure
don't-
you make it twice as
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
Unawkward for you, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you go by and say, "Hey, how's the shitter? Is it is it clean?
I'll tell you what, though, that was a clean bathroom.
Was it?
All
All right, well, hey, I hope so.
I enjoyed every minute
I
of
hate
it.
public restrooms though. It's not
Even their
my-
soap dispenser and their towel dispenser was red.
bloody
It was nice.
red.
Yeah, blood red. Looked
Was
like
there blood?
somebody got killed.
I
in
didn't
there.
know. I thought it was yellow.
Yeah.
Color, yeah. It's always bad talking colors.
Yeah.
To
Anyway,
Brandon.
Let's move on.
It's
from
horrible.
colors. No, this is an incredible event. All the people that show up here. And you see, we didn't get enough of mine. We got one of the guys from the Chili Kickoff. The people here in McCordsville love these guys.
Yeah.
They love what they're
Hey,
doing.
wait a minute. Time
the
out.
whole
Screw
town is here. I mean,
McCordsville. Let's talk about everybody else. I'm not from McCordsville. You're not from
Still like it,
McCordsville.
that's true.
I love this place.
But no,
this is fantastic.
yeah, but he's also saying it's it is
They
a
love
local. It's become local. It's good. It's awesome to have a local place like this for a small town.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, it really is. I mean, it's a really cool place. And again, it's kind of in the middle of us. I think we all need to start meeting here more often.
Yeah, Cowboy likes it because he can stumble home if he needed to.
I mean,
Well, kinda.
I mean, the
Let's
drunk drive
stumble.
home is a lot easier.
No, we don't do that. No,
Anyway,
sorry.
let's get off here and get more beer. I really want some more chili and more beer, and let's
right.
do that.
Let's do it. Cheers to Scarlet Lane.
Cheers,
Great
Scarlet
night.
Lane. Thanks, guys.
Adios, folks.
See you.
America, we're glad, although you made us sad for many, many long and weary years. With your war against the rum, we all got on the bum, but we're thankful that you gave us back the beer. What are we gonna do with that old home brew? We do not need it since we have the beer. We do not want the brew, although we know it's true. When days were dark, it was to us so dear. America, you see, prohibition could not be. You made your law against the rock and rye. Your law was on the line, all the spirits we could not find. The boys were drowning wet while you were dry. What are we gonna do with that old home brew? We do not need it since we have the beer. We do not want the brew, although we know it's true. When days were dark, it was to us so dear. America, you see, you gave us all a treat. We're glad we're living in your happy land. Here's drinking to your health, may your future all be wealth, with a glass of foam and beer in either hand. What are we gonna do with that old home brew? We do not need it since we have the beer. We do not want the brew, although we know it's true. When days are dark, it was